I'd like to take this time to remind everybody that the reason that the Texans had no idea that a giant flash flood that killed 20 plus people was going to be coming to them was because the Trump regime has defunded not only the National Weather Service, but also what's known as NOAA, NOAA, or National Oceanic and Atmospheric Agency. Both of those things are how we predict weather events like this. And I've also heard people say anyone blaming Trump is actually insane because this was a flash flood. Newsflash, we can predict flash floods. That is why every single year before this you have gotten text messages on your phone or in your weather app about flash floods that are coming to your area. They give you notice so you have time to leave so people don't die. However, when you have a regime, an administration, if you want to call it that is defunding all of the national agencies that are supposed to inform you about the weather, they're flying blind. They don't know anything because they have less weather balloons. They are not collecting data because they're not able to. And first of all, let me say again, I'm not backtracking on my fuck around find out, okay? I very much want everybody to know that if you voted for this man, this is on you. And he said he was going to do this. It was not a secret. If you had read any articles or listened to anyone besides him, you would have known that. But where I can't hold that mentality is for the kids. These were children. Yes, not all of them were children, I don't believe, but plenty of them were kids whose parents voted for this man. They didn't vote for him. They just live in Texas. Their literal children will keep getting hurt and actually dying from stuff because they didn't do their research before they voted for this man. Anyway, beating a dead horse, okay? People know that it is their fault. And if they don't, hopefully this was your wake-up call. This is partially on you for voting for that man. I'm saying partially because it's this man's fault for being an evil dictator, right? But you put him there. You gave him the ability to defund everything that keeps us safe. And yes, I mean everything, because while we're talking about weather right now, please do not forget that they just defunded SNAP and Medicaid on large scales. Something else he did or wants to do is dismantle FEMA entirely, which, if I'm not mistaken, Congress is the only place that can actually dismantle it, but he absolutely has the ability to cut its budget and rearrange it, which is what he's doing. And if you don't know, FEMA is like our natural disaster relief program that helps people get back on their feet after natural disasters. And yes, it's a flawed system, but we could fix it instead of getting rid of it entirely. And so I can't really tell you how to prepare for extreme weather events because that is not my forte, but what I can tell you is to have a go bag. In the case that a natural disaster just hits you and you have no time to prep because that is what's going to be coming. We're not going to know that things are coming. We will not prepare. People will die. It's literally that simple and that straightforward. That is what's going to keep happening. It just happened in Texas. It's already happening. And we're a few months in? So just be prepared, like the most that you can. Because odds are in the next 4 years, you are going to be in a situation with a natural disaster, hurricane, tornado, flooding, a giant blizzard. You're going to have to leave your house on very short notice because the weather people don't know what's coming because they've been defunded. Children are literally dying. That's it. That's the video.